Last time I didn't. Okay. Ooh. Hey, good morning, everybody. I need to check my comments today. Do about 20 minutes. I had this thing I'm supposed to be doing. 20 minutes of answering comments over here. I got this dryness on my lips. I don't know what that's about. I got a patch of dryness. What the hell? Okay, so I had a little something going on. Did I ever find that fragrance I was looking for? I did not. I'm sorry, y'all. I was just thinking about what I wanted to wear today, and I was looking for a fragrance, and it seems to be missing. Don't you hate that? Like when you're looking, so it's like, I know that nobody take it. So where's it at? Okay, so I'm just tripping. I'm just tripping. I am just tripping. So, if you come in here later, tell me what your sense of the day is, what you are wearing this lovely day. How you doing, Rachel? How's my friend? Cause what is he now? A sophomore, or is he going to his? He's probably is he going to a sophomore year his junior year? How's Ian? How's the place? I never get to talk to you. I never get to talk to you. How are you? Whew. I need to go check and see if my clothes are dry. That's what I need to do. Is he like killing in high school? Cause I bet you he is. Cause that's what that's Ian. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, of course he did. Once he go back to school, like in the next week or so? I mean, I expect nothing less from Ian. Tell him I said, hey, his COVID teacher, because we spent COVID together. Okay, let me let this dry a little bit. Drink some water. Drink some water. Oh, let me tell you, co-workers are funny. Co-workers are funny. So, yeah, I'm gonna tell the story because I've been like, the thing is, this story is perfect for me at this age and attitude, because I understand how things can get out of hand when you're young and somebody say something sideways and you'd be like, what? So as an older person, I have more tolerance. Hey, Rochelle. Oh, y'all get ready for this story because y'all gonna be like, what? Okay. I am doing, oh, okay. I'm doing the freshman institute. A lot of these schools, of course, Rachel will know, they do a freshman orientation vibe, and we do 5 days. Okay. I, of course, do the math. I love doing the math. I get to meet the kids. I'm one of the freshman teachers. Works out well. This year, they decided to make it a very, which reminds me, I got to write all this stuff down. They wanted to make it a very high school experience for the kids. So they're kind of like having almost a full day, which means that They're going from class to class, transitioning, and they have advisory. Okay, so I'm telling y'all this for this. Okay, so of course I math. So all of a sudden I look and I have somebody else with me, this other teacher. She's new and she's young. Now, there's some things I know about her she don't know I know because she's a goof. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay, so she came here in the mid-year last year. Now she's one of them types who walks through and would not speak to people. And here I'm gonna say it because we got two of them in the building. They're the thin, I think I'm cute girls, and I mean she's cute dressed and everything, but she walks through like, and you can tell she vibes like that. The okay, y'all know the types I'm talking about. I don't even have to clarify. This lemon cucumber water is giving me life, y'all. Whew, it's warm lemon cucumber water. It's like having cucumber with lemon tea. Okay, sorry, my bad. I just really got into it for a second. Anyhow, anywho. So, okay. Now that's the first thing. So she came in, and because I talked to the STEM DOI. That's my boy. I was like, oh yeah, she's come from this school. She's got about 2 years experience, teaching. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Now this is the question. When I tell y'all this, I know y'all gonna have this like, what? So last year, she wound up in the room with B doing SAT or P. Yeah, SAT. I think it was SAT. Pretty sure it was. During the SAT testing, gets to talking and tells her she's only been teaching for 6 months. Now, this is what young people do. Why would you tell anybody that at your job that you really don't know? Now, mind you, her and B had never really talked. And here's the funny thing. At that point, B was doing her advisory in her room because the teacher that had left mid-year, B took over the advisory class, which was in that room, which meant she didn't have advisory. So she used to come in every morning, barely speak to B in this room every day. But when they were sitting there together, she then tells the story. She then tells, oh no, I've only been teaching for 6 months. Okay, so remember that. All right, so I know this because, of course, B told me. I ain't said shit. Hey, of course, by saying 2 years, she bumped her pay up. That's the first thing. Okay, girl, work your bag. If you all are there, let me know because sometimes my chat goes off. So could somebody say something? And if it doesn't show up, can you send me something in Discord so I know? So, okay. Thank you. They talk too much, Rochelle. Talk way too much. So now we're in here, right? In this, we're in the classroom for Freshman Institute. Now, mind you, she doesn't teach freshmen. I do. She's going to be upper level. So, but this is her advisory class. I guess that's why they supposedly had her come. Because I'm like, why is she here? I don't need her ass. But they had her come because this is her advisory. Okay, cool. So she can meet them. Because like a lot of the teachers that were doing it, they're now doing freshman advisory. Because the way advisory works here is that it's your class until they're seniors. So that's your advisory group until they graduate. So you really create a relationship with them, and they create relationships with each other or not. All right, so we got that. So I said, okay. So I contact her before classes start because, we have to, we teach. So I said, don't worry about the curriculum because I'm going to be teaching that, because I'll take care of that as the freshman teacher. You make sure you take care of advisory because they're your girls. I don't do advisory because I am a special ed teacher. We don't have to do advisory because we need that. We need that time. Okay, cool. So now we're doing intros. So she sits there, and the first thing she says is, I've been a teacher for 5 years. And in my head, I'm going, but okay, youngin, that's what you feel like you need to do and say. So I'm like, the thing was in my head was, why are you lying to these kids? They don't care. They really do not care. Okay. So we do this. So we do this little thing with them because, like, the first day they had to do testing. The second day, I was like, well, let's not jump. We'll do a little math, but then I really need to know who these kids are. So we did a little something with them. But we had time left over every period. So the first period, when I saw we had time left over, I said, okay, let me talk to them. So I'm talking to them about freshman shit. You know, like what I always talk about. Like, I talk about what you need to be doing for classes. How do I want to say this? You know, as an incoming freshman, these are the things you need to be aware of. You know, do well in school, keep your grades up, try, you know, what is going, because ultimately you're trying to go to college. These are the things you need to know. Anyway, I said all this. Okay, right. So now we get to the second period because they're transitioning out. We get the second group. We do the intros. Now, remember I said this at the end of the thing. So she does her intro. And half of her intro is what I said at the end of the other class. Like, you know, when it comes to high school, you need to be doing this, this, and other. And in my head, I'm going, did she just fucking cut? Is she saying everything I fucking just said 5 minutes ago? Huh. Huh. Okay. Right? So then at some point, hi, Latanya. So then at some point, she gets to, she says something another time. And this is what she says, and I want y'all to give me your responses to this. So she says, because she is an 11th and 12th grade teacher this year, they moved her because teachers left, and so they needed to fill a spot. But anyway, so now she acting like oh, I'm an IB teacher. Bitch, the only reason you're in that position is because the people left who were in the positions. So they just shifted you. It ain't like they was like, yes, honey, yes. Okay. So then, in the midst of in talking to these kids, at some point she says this. Listen, I don't know how Miss Caillouet does it, or you know, Miss your other algebra teacher, Miss Warrior. But the other freshman teacher does it. But listen, let me tell you, when you're in my classes and when you get to me, if you know, this is rude, you all need to stop talking. Now mind you, they were talking, but I hadn't got to the point to say, hey, stop. She's like, hey, you know, because I'm not gonna let y'all do that. You know, if y'all talk too much and I tell you stop talking, I'm gonna just have you removed. So this is how I'm looking in my head. I did not look like this because I'm an adult and got some motherfucking sense. But do y'all? So in order to say you're a disciplinarian, you use me as your fucking example? Like, I don't know how they do it, but I don't let y'all do like this. The way you say is, listen, when you are in my class, these are my expectations. That's all you gotta say. Now, here's the thing. This tells you the difference between me as an adult, a grown ass woman, and a young person. Because a young person would have gone off on her ass at some point. Because she said it repeatedly. Every time these kids came in after that, she said that shit. And I'm like, in my head, I'm doing this. Now, if I cuss this little girl out, then she gonna be in her feelings, right? And have a problem. Can't quite understand. That's not what you do in these. No, no. But okay. Now, all that. Now, yesterday, the other thing, oh, where the hell, baby? Because, back in, listen, the way they are and the way I could have been at 30 something, I'd have cussed that hoe out. I'd have let her know, not with them, but I definitely would have put her in her place. And I'm like, I'm just going to give her this youthful stupidity. Because the first thing is, and this tells you how these young people think. See, I, on the other hand, in a space, and see, whether you tell them this lie or not, that you know that you are not the person you're fronting like. But this person is older and has been doing this for a little bit longer. So perhaps you need to get with them to learn a few things. Ask them some questions. But the problem with so many of these young people, they just don't understand it because she ain't that young. You know what I'm saying? So at this point in time, but clearly you ain't never really had jobs because clearly the thing you're supposed to do is find the older people in the motherfucking building and get cool with them. Because usually they know all the shit and they can help you and they will help you. Because I'm not here to be your competition. We in a competition. So I don't, this ain't a competition. This is a job and this is a teaching job. So I'm going to help you out, young lady. But when you talk crazy, you don't get no help. You get no help. How about that? So then yesterday, one of the things she does not do, she sits in a chair. And I do mean sits in a motherfucking chair. So I graciously, because I get there early, let her sit at the fucking desk because I don't care about desk and stuff. I got shit to do. So, this one here, she is, she gets in death, she don't move. Now, if you know anything about school, come on, let's talk about this. Your teacher usually at the door when the bell rang, when you coming in, they come so they can close the door and things like that. They call it thresholding. Hey, good morning. How are you? Host don't get up. She don't move. She's standing at a desk. And so while I'm teaching, now mind you, I told you I ain't fucking with the advisory because these are your girls. This is your group that you're gonna have for the whole year in the next 4 years if you're here. So I said, what are you gonna do for advisory? The first day they had something for us to do. She's like, did they send us something? Girl, no. This is your advisory. You're supposed to be doing something with them for 20 minutes a day. So then, so now they just sitting there. She just sitting there. I'm like, girl, I ain't got time for this shit. I'm about to go sit my black ass down and get ready for the class because this is you. Now, of course, if it was me, I'd have had something for them to be like, girl, this is what we gonna do, right? So then she goes and so as I'm teaching, she does not move. She doesn't help the kids. Luckily, we have like a senior student. We have a upperclassman in there as our student ambassador. So she was helping me. I was like, can you collect the picture? Their papers. Help me out with that stuff. Girl, she barely moved out her seat like she was a fucking prima donna. I'm like, okay, you got me fucked up. But like I was saying, because I was talking to Culture about what she said, one of the people on Culture, I said, yeah, that's what she said. He was like, she said, what about you? First off, I'm one of the ones you kind of need to know because I can de-escalate some kids. Right. She is showing that she's only been teaching for 6 months, but also it shows you, listen, the first time when I started substitute teaching, real talk, I think I had just started the first time I started teaching in the high school with the substitute teacher. They asked me could I do long-term math because I said I do math. So I went in first day of school. Hey, Lady Lion, first day of school, I'm doing geometry. Now, of course, I could teach it, but I don't know anything about the systems. I don't know anything. So what did I do? I looked around that math office and found the one. I said, she looked like she might be helpful. She's a little bit older, and I bonded with her ass, right? And she helped me through. And I talked to them like, hey, what do I do here? How do I do this? Because, of course, the systems are a lot more automated now, because we've got more things that are web-based. I had to learn where do I find out, what do I do for my, grade book, all these kind of things. And I talked to people and asked questions because I knew I didn't know a damn thing walking in that door. I was a substitute teacher. And I said, hell yeah, okay, fuck it. Y'all gonna pay me extra to teach? Let me do this. And I learned, because I can learn some shit, but I'm gonna ask some fucking questions too. So that tells you this whole generational thing. Y'all don't know shit. And it's okay. And I'm okay with you not knowing shit because I understand your youth and this is you just coming out the gate. So here, if you need some help, ask for some help. Lean on the people who are there because we ain't gonna let you fall. Because most of us is black in there anyway. So we ain't gonna let your ass fall. We like, come on, girl, we got you. I mean, it goes with... TikTok is a prime example that shows they don't know a lot of things because so many of the things they're talking about and making and everything's going viral is shit that's been around forever. The reason why you like, oh, this makes sense is because you probably saw your mama, your grandmama, your auntie, your uncle, somebody doing this shit that y'all now acting like, oh my God, we've never seen it before and now it's viral. I literally saw a younger lady do a TikTok about obsession perfume. I remember I told y'all about that. And she was like, oh my God, and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, describing it and talking about it. And and then I saw it and it was here and talking pricing and everything. And I was thinking, if you had just done a little research, you would have found that shit been around since the 80s. You probably could ask your mama, your grandmama, your auntie, somebody, or some older person of what obsession. Girl. Did a whole TikTok. Right, and when you try to give them some information, they always act like you don't know what the fuck you talking about. I told my seniors last year, I said, you know what y'all doing wrong? I said, you talk too much and you talk too loud. No one should know anything that you're doing. They just shouldn't. The reason why we know what y'all doing, that you shouldn't be doing, is because you talk too much. No, it's not that they're great on boundaries. It's because they think we don't know anything. See, it's not about the boundaries. They assume we don't know anything. They assume because this is all this technology and stuff and they can handle that makes them superior. When the reality is, only thing you do know is the technology. And I can learn that shit. You don't understand the nuances of working. You don't understand your job description. You don't understand how to work with people. You don't understand that a job description has a lot more to do than just what's on paper. And you need to reach out to, and you need to lean into the people who are around you to ask questions and be okay with that and listen instead of acting like you know everything, because we had noticed this about her in our meetings last year. I had noticed it in our department meetings. She was always like, well, I do, And I'm like, girl, you don't have to do all that. Because see, there's this thing about posturing and flexing that these young people feel the need to do. Like they've got to prove that they own it. When you're not, it's okay. And we are okay with that because we understand that you are new to this, whereas we are experienced at it, and that comes from, listen, I was talking to her because she is taking over 11th and 12th grade. Now, they do IB, so they get them prepared for the test. They do. So I told her, I said, her DOI gave her the old teachers planning, because because it was in a folder. I got the folder for the 12th graders. I'm not doing it. I said, do you need their folders? She's like, yeah, he gave it to me, but And I'm thinking, girl, you trying to reinvent the wheel from women that's been doing this stuff for the last 7 years. So they refined the process. And I do mean refined to the point that if you pull up their planning for the year, their planning folder that they have now filled, every day is in there, including guided notes, the work, the assessments every week. If you want to have them do some extra project, because they used to come projects on Thursday, all of that was in there. All you got to do is look through it and teach it. You just got to sit there and do the instruction. But they've given you everything else you need to get through. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, well, I ain't gonna say nothing else. And when she said that to me, I said, oh, okay, so you think you know everything. Which, me personally, because listen, when I knew my co-teacher, because I was doing 12th grade co-teaching. I'm not doing it this year because I have too many, because I'm doing self-contained classes. When I knew she was leaving, I was like, let me make sure I got all our notes. I'm still cool with her, so it's good. But I was like, let me make sure I got that folder, because whoever I'm working with, I'm gonna be like, listen, let's just use this because this worked really well last year. We ain't gotta reinvent the wheel. The do nows are in there, the exit ticks are in, everything we did was in there. But you don't want it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna let you go and do this, boo. And that's the difference. Is that they want to prove that they know it. They want to prove that they get, instead of just, because we all had to learn. Right. Listen, as I say, I'm one of the oldest people in the building. And one of the things, like, for instance, we was just talking, I was in there over the summertime because B was doing summer school, so I was dropping something off for her. And I was talking to the culture people, which, is our, handles, the behaviors and things. And so the dean even said, he said, one thing I know, Miss Caillouet come through these hallways, she could clear out a hallway and get these kids out of here in 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. While everybody else standing around and they looking at them like they crazy, I'm going to walk through and they're going to do exactly what I told them to. And it's not because I'm like, oh, and this other thing she said. I said, ooh, girl, don't say this to these kids. Yeah, I'm that cool teacher. I was like, oh, okay, you the cool teacher. I came back. I was like, and she's like, because, I'm that teacher who, I'm going to go back and forth with you, I'm going to call you a lame. If I see you doing something lame in the hallway, I'm going to call you a lame. Okay, that's what you think is going to make you cool. Okay. Because I'm not sitting up here acting like all these kids love me. They don't. But they respect me. And they do know. And like I told them, I said, to understand this going through life, especially in school, these people like me who going to get in your face are the ones who really care about you. Because I'm still going to get paid whether you do learn or not. Let's make this clear. My check going to hit on the middle of the month and the end of the month. My check going to hit whether you learn or not. So if I push you to learn, it's because I want you to learn. And I care about you. You the next generation. You the next generation, and I want you all to succeed. Because I'm a black person. I mean, other people might say it, but I'm gonna say it from my core. See, they might be on something else, but from my core, as a black person, I want my black children to succeed. And that comes from my core. Not from, this is my job and I've learned to really want. No, motherfuckers, before I even decided to teach, I wanted black children to succeed. Why? Because y'all my children, whether you like it or not. And some of y'all gonna tell on me, like when I say things like you acting like a little pussy. See, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, the culture people get me. I have one of the culture people. She come and get me. They won't give me their phone. Okay, let me go talk to them. And I don't give a fuck who they are. Because I'm going to roll up and be like, listen, why are you making this more difficult than you need to make this? Just give up the phone. Because either way, you either going to get in trouble. And it ain't that serious. You making this more serious than it needs to be. Nah, don't do this again. Just give up the phone. This is too much. They gonna die this year. Ooh, the upperclassmen gonna die because they have changed the rule. They can't have their phone on them at all. They're supposed to leave them in their um, lockers. And so if they see an imprint, if they, these kids, they gonna lose it. Okay. Yeah, it makes a little sense. Okay. Yep. I was like, ooh, they gonna lose it. They gonna be like, ooh, I can turn this off down. Let me go grab some clothes. Let me check and make sure my clothes are dry. I'll be right back. I am looking for something and I can't find it. I don't understand where it's at. There's a fragrance that should be right up in here, and I don't see it. I know I didn't get rid of it because I like it. Or did I? Did I declutter this? No. I don't think I did. Or is it up here? Y'all, I'm upset with life. I cannot find it. And I know y'all like, what is she talking about? It's actually something I want to layer with it, with what I'm wearing today. And it was just a layering. Because you know how you have some things that you layer with things? And I'm looking for it and I don't see it. So now this is messing up my whole vibe. Okay, let me figure this out. I'll be right back. Okay, let me go with this. I got an idea. Okay, so let me show y'all what I'm going to wear. What I was trying to wear. I don't see it at all. Did I put it down here? Okay, sorry. Hello. I'm back. Okay, so I mean, it's always been no phones, but now they can't even have them on their person. They want them to leave them in their locker. So if they see anything, they are taking it. Oh, I have to do this. Okay, so here's the issue for me right now. Is that it? I found it, y'all. I found it. I had moved it because I was trying to get into stuff. Okay. Whew, okay, then I feel so much better now. One thing I want to tell y'all right now. I'm about to get off in a minute. I'm gonna show y'all what my center for the day is. I'm gonna rush and put it on. I'm clothes on. Okay. I'm drinking warm cucumber lemon water. Love it. I'm drinking it for often, for years. Let me just tell y'all something. The first time you do warm cucumber lemon water, don't have to go anyplace anytime soon because it's going to run through your system. And I do mean run through your system. And y'all know what I mean by that. So don't act brand new. honey, whoo, I mean, runs through your system. It's almost like a little mini detox. Okay, baby, don't have to go nowhere because you ain't gonna be going no time soon. Okay. All right. I'm actually starting to think about the fragrances I'm going to be wearing when school starts. Warm water period will do that to you, but add lemon and cucumber. I need to go outside and pull. I'm gonna tell B to do it. She could do it. Can you just pick the tomatoes? Because I think I got tomatoes out there just ripening and ripening. Okay, I'm gonna be wearing Molson Brown, orange, and bergamot. Oh, I love this stuff. So I'm wearing this. And so I'm going to do Neroli Blossom and Bergamot Body Butter. And this is what I was looking for. This is Neroli Facility, which is a really beautiful, this is by Roger and Colette. This is a really beautiful Neroli. And the thing is, nobody talking about this. I'm gonna have to talk about this soon. It says it's straight to cologne, so it's really inexpensive. And think Joe Malone, right? Roger Gillette probably been doing it longer than her. That's probably where she got it from. Anyway, but it vibes like that, but it with the price point that it should be, because we all know that Joe Malone is overpriced. I think I'm gonna add, because it has rose, because there's rose in it, right? I think I'm gonna add this to it. Excuse all these boxes. I got some stuff I gotta ship out to people. I think I'm gonna do my French rose oil with the blossom bergamot. Ooh, and baby, I'm gonna smell so good today. All right, y'all. So I just want you to see, because I'm gonna take a picture, post it up. I need to start doing my fragrance layering shorts every day. Maybe I'll make sure I do that. I'm so bad with my shorts and everything. Anyway, so I'm about to get ready for work. Throwing this t-shirt, my little pants. And put this on. So yeah, which Rochelle, my layering queen. Queen Rochelle. Does it sound good? Bergamot, rose, bergamot, rose, bergamot, rose. I actually, every day when I post that picture up, I have done the short. I just forget to post it up. So I gotta start putting these shorts up, because it'll be like, oh, okay, guys. Because I defer to you and Jen about the layering, because y'all got that shit on lock. Y'all got that on lock. But anyway, anyhow, so that's what's been going on. I just had to. So now, and then it was so funny, because afterwards we do have this prep time, and so then she comes like, so what are we doing tomorrow? And so see, what I have a feeling, because I didn't need her in there, I think the DOI put her in there to give her some help on the low, because then she actually asked me about prep yesterday, and I was like, girl, I ain't talking to your ass. No, because now you've irritated me to the point that I don't want to be bothered with you. So, so I told her, I said, no, we're going to have a couple of groups. So, because she always wants, whatever. The good thing for me is I don't have to work with her this year. So I'm good. So it's always somebody I have to work with her, other than seeing her in department meetings. No, because because I don't know what Miss Callie would do. Because I'm going to send you out now. Okay. Because see, invariably, right, that's what I grew, because the growth was, girl, bye. See, the growth was, I didn't look at her and go, girl, bye. My growth is, I ain't say shit. I just like, oh, okay. In the first place, she gonna come late. She doesn't come on time. I'm like, I don't know what you gonna do this year. Okay, because I ain't got nothing to do with it. I know I'll be sitting in my classroom minding my business. So I've shown tremendous growth, and I applaud myself for my growth. Because what could have came out is, little girl, go and get away from me. You got this, clearly. Clearly, clearly, clearly. All right, y'all. I'm about to layer this on, put these clothes on, and roll up out of here after I pick my tomatoes. Y'all have a great day. Uh, I think I'm going to do a TikTok live today. If I get to organize, we're gonna have an eyeshadow declutter sale. $5, $10, $15 eyeshadow palettes. Yes, that's what we're doing. That's gonna be next week. Okay. Have a great day. Have a great day. Bye bye.